better.
I'm ready.
Oh,
I'm ready.
here it
I'm ready. Ready. Ready.
Here
Ready.
comes the Colombian man. Oh, Colombia!
Oh.
Sorry about that, Colombia.
What's happening? What's happening? Goal, goal everywhere.
Goal. Hey, everybody. How's it going out there? I'm Joey Leal Jr.
I'm Cheeks.
Your Cheeks? You're not Harry Cheeks, are you?
I'm Harry.
Long as hair. This is just suitable for the World Cup. So anyways.
Cheeksadonna. Cheeksadonna. Go. We're ready. Who's up? Who's next? Headbutt it. Hit it. Oh, yeah.
I'm Joey Leal Jr. and he's Cheeks and we're the good guys and we're going to talk to you guys quickly and just to let you guys know what's happening with the round 16 because unfortunately we're not going to be around to go through the rest of the World Cup with you all. Cheeks is going on vacation.
We're here in spirit, but we'll be checking out the final, and We'll talk about when it's all over.
Yep, we'll do when we're back from our vacation, we'll do a final thing on the World Cup and what happened.
Well, what's going on? We're already past the round of 16.
Round 16 is all done, and now we have the quarterfinals. So we have the quarterfinal teams all set and done, and this is crazy already. This World Cup is already broken
lots of records, right?
Yeah. And, oh man, this is absolutely nuts with the video reviewing and all that stuff. That's
Thank God for VR though. Everyone's liking VR.
Yeah, you know what? I think it helps, and sometimes it doesn't. It slows the game down sometimes, but I think it does help.
Sometimes we can control and see the referee when they make those crazy calls.
Yeah, and if they make a mistake.
This is the World Cup, 4 years,
right.
And they make a bad call,
right?
And then they feel proud and they don't want to overturn it.
Absolutely right.
And and it's everyone in their face. They get upset. There's a lot of emotion, and those refs sometimes they get like their personality or they get the most of themselves, and they get upset with some of these players.
Yeah, sometimes they get upset
because the players are playing rude. Some of them.
Oh, there are some rude players out there.
We'll talk about that.
Yeah, and they're not being very sportsmanlike, and I mean. That's where the referees have to come in and stand their ground. They can't be walked on, right?
No.
So, all right. So let's go with the round 16. We had Uruguay, Portugal. Big game, right?
Tough team, right? Uruguay.
Uruguay. I already called Uruguay. However you pronounce it. I picked them to win over Portugal. It was a great game.
Bye, Ronaldo.
Bye, Ronaldo. I'm sorry about that.
You got this far.
You know what, Ronaldo, you were a bad sport at the end of the at the end. You
don't do that.
That was very unprofessional.
That could have been his last World Cup game, right?
It could have, but you know what? It was very unprofessional for him to actually go up to the referee, tell him to himself, and kind of.
You were there. You heard it.
I watched every single game, never missed a minute.
They should just hire people to read lips for these games, right?
I mean,
they could be watching.
You could actually read the lips on what Ronaldo said, and for him to go right up to his face and you don't touch the ref. You don't touch the ref.
No, you'll give you a red card.
He was red carded and he was out of there.
But it was almost over.
It was over. They already lost, and he was just
he didn't have to
a
do
sore
that.
loser.
Yeah, he didn't have to do that.
So they won 2-0. Over Portugal. Cavani was amazing. Suarez, Cavani, that team is amazing, and they're going to go far. And I believe they're going to go far in this World Cup.
Cavani, he plays on an Italian team.
Cavani is an amazing.
And isn't he Italian background?
I don't know.
No.
I don't know. I think
because Italy's not in, so I need something. Give me something.
I think he is. I think
anybody with an eye, I'm there. Cavani, or if it's an itch, it's with him.
Well, then we had the next one, France. France and Argentina was a great game. Great game. I loved it. It was very entertaining. It was back and forth. It was unbelievable.
Crazy goals.
Oh my God! It was
7 goals.
Back and forth. 7 goals. This was. I think this was one of the highest scoring matches between two teams going back and forth. It wasn't one-sided. This was.
You didn't know who was going to win it.
It was
game.
France, Argentina, France, Argentina, France, Argentina. Oh my God! And then.
Oh man.
And then France ended up winning 4-3. So.
But Griezmann, right? Is it Griezmann?
Yeah.
Good new star because he was in the last one and he was pretty young. So now he's getting there.
Well, you know what? They were fantastic. Both teams actually played very well. Argentina can't be ashamed at all because I mean they squeaked by here and
through.
they showed
But
a lot
of tears around with the blue and white color, eh?
Oh,
Poor Messi, but hey,
feel sorry.
he got through.
So that one is set. So now you have Uruguay and France in the quarterfinals for that side there. And then on the next one down, we had Brazil, Mexico. What?
Oh my God!
What? You know what?
So much for my pick, Mexico. They tried. They had heart, but
they had a lot of heart. I think they controlled a lot of the game, but you know what? I think the referee was kind of against them at some points. I felt really bad for Mexico. I think they outplayed them in some parts.
Is this like the new rebirth of Mexico? Like they're going to be
team.
around for a while to watch out for.
This Mexican team is going to be a great team.
And the Mexican goalie, he looks like he's going to be a star.
Wow. Yeah, he's great.
I loved the color of his. It's bright, was it orangey red or whatever it was? But
well, the colors of the goalies.
He was a cool goalie. He was a cool goalie.
Yeah, no, they did a great job. You know, what's his name? Scored a goal. Also, Neymar. You know, he scored a goal at the end. Well, he's
consistent. He is scoring every game almost, right?
Okay, but you and I both agree Neymar is a little bit of a crybaby.
Yeah,
you know, not a bit, a lot. I mean, you watch when Neymar gets just touched like this, and he does 10 rolls on the field.
The antics are a little overwhelming.
Or
with
if
Neymar.
Somebody just touches his chest, he'll grab his face.
And they're still talking about on YouTube that time in the locker when they're going out the tunnel exiting when he told the ref off.
Did he?
Yeah, it's on YouTube where they're exiting out. He had an altercation on the field that one time.
Right.
When they're walking through the tunnel, he was walking with them. They stop, and then Neymar, they both look for a second. They both say something, but he basically told the ref off, and then the one of the Brazilian players grabbed him. It's like to say, okay, that's enough, and then he left.
Wow.
Yeah.
I did not. I have to look at that.
You have to see that.
I haven't seen
and
that.
That's typical
crazy.
Neymar in those games with the ref.
Wow. Yeah. Neymar is becoming a bad boy there now, eh? He's becoming a bad boy. That's for sure. Brazil won that game. They advanced 2-0. They advanced
Mexico.
to the quarterfinals. I know. Mexico, they were great. They have nothing.
They did
to be
their
afraid.
best.
They have nothing to be ashamed of.
They have nothing to be ashamed of. They did their best, but at the end.
Yeah. Next one over, we had Belgium versus Japan, and this was a game for the ages.
I was just happy that Lukaku.
Oh yeah, Lukaku. And let me just first
he came
of all
back.
say, yes.
Everyone was talking about, is he going to return?
Yes,
they didn't know
because he had a foot injury. Right.
He came back.
I first want to apologize for our last video. I said Lukaku. And my apologies. I meant to say Lukaku, and it is Lukaku. So
I apologize because I always get his name wrong.
And it's Lukaku, and he has 4 goals, and he's still up for the running for the Golden Boot. But we'll talk about that in a little bit. Belgium and Japan. That was a game for the ages. This game was fantastic, and it turned around so very quickly.
Second half.
Second half, it was 0-0, right? And
everyone was sleeping.
Nobody
in the first
knew
half.
what was going on. And
we'll
Japan is a very clean team. I find that the Asian teams are very clean.
Disciplined.
When they get knocked down, they get right back up unless it's a real injury. They get right back up and play the whistle. They play the whistle. It's a fantastic. They're very, very well disciplined. Yes, that's a great word.
It was a breath of fresh air to watch true sportsmanship, right? Watching those teams.
And their goals were beautiful. So they scored 1 goal, and then they scored 2 goals, and it's 2-0 for Japan over Belgium.
I found one thing about Japan is that they seem to be really fast.
Oh, wow. Are they ever fast?
Yes, because you think this is Belgium, the great team, stars, and then they're playing Japan. They're going to go all over them.
Right.
But Japan just boom, boom, boom. They're so quick.
The little samurais.
They were fast.
They are seriously fast. They're a great team.
Crazy.
Anybody who says that they're down and they're out, you cannot down and out Japan. You actually picked them. I was surprised that he picked them, and I was like, wow. I was very surprised.
Hey, hold on. It was Saki on fire.
That's Isaki.
It came out too quickly. Sake.
Sake.
Well, they had to drink something that's potent. Sake.
Yeah, maybe they had
Maybe
some
sake in those Powerade. Remember see all the Powerades?
Sake.
I remember the one shot with Mexico in the back. They had like 10 bottles on the ground by the goalie. It's like
Yeah, well, because they can't leave the field, right? So they throw them the water, and they can't leave the field to get the water.
Is it colored water? Is it only water, or is it Powerade?
No, it's Powerade. It's Gatorade. It's whatever they want. Actually, they test the bottles before and after, so they make sure that there's nothing illegal in them. So
Except for sake.
Sake. So, anyways, Japan was winning 2-0. Fantastic for a long time. Honestly, I thought they were going through. And then next thing you know, Belgium scored 1 goal. Kind of scary. And they were back in the game. Yeah. And then they scored another goal. I was like, oh, man, now you know what? It's going to go to overtime. This is it. It's going to go to overtime. And at least in overtime, they'll battle it out fairly. But what happens the last few seconds of the game again? Belgium scores again. 3 quick goals, and they take it.
Joey's going crazy.
And I was so sad for Japan. I loved watching them play. They played an amazing game. They played so beautifully. They played great. Some of their goals were amazing. Well, and they're out
they
now,
went far
so
enough.
They did great. They did fantastic. So they're
But we wanted Belgium to keep going, right?
Belgium was in. So that one is now set. Also quarterfinals. You got Brazil versus Belgium in that quarterfinal. So the winner of Uruguay and France will meet the winner of Brazil and Belgium. And who are you picking to go to the semifinals for that side?
Between Uruguay and who?
And France?
France, Uruguay.
So you're picking Uruguay versus Brazil or Belgium?
Belgium.
Okay, so Cheeks here is picking
Lukaku.
Uruguay versus Lukaku.
See, I told you I apologize.
So, all right. So, Belgium versus Uruguay. And I myself, too, do pick Uruguay versus Belgium. But just to make things a little interesting, I do pick that. And I think that's what it will be. But I'm going to just have a little bit of fun here. And I'm going to say France versus Brazil. Just to go the opposite way from you. Just for fun.
That sounds reasonable.
I believe that
could work.
He's win. I believe
that's a very hard semifinal pick.
It is, but I believe that he will win that one. So let's go to the other side quickly. Round 16, we had Spain versus Russia. So what about that one?
Anybody's game right there, it seemed.
Well, yeah, Spain's not the same team.
Spain was going to do something. They had those players that were, they were doing well. What was that one scorer that kept scoring for Spain?
Yeah, Costa was
Who
fantastic.
knows? I thought
and they kept taking Costa off.
Did you think they'd be the sleeping giant a bit, Spain?
Well,
or that was it?
This was with Spain. I knew something was going to happen with Spain as soon as they fired their coach 24 hours before the World Cup started. That changed a lot of things with Spain, right? So, I mean, right there and then you knew things were going to change, right?
The morale could have just changed.
Yeah, we don't know. And they certainly don't look like the same Spain we've seen in the past. I mean, they weren't playing the same, at least to me. I didn't feel
the energy with Spain for some reason.
It just wasn't there.
Plus, we don't know behind the scenes what was happening.
No, we don't know.
Maybe something was going on in the locker room, or who knows?
Yeah, the locker room is very...
Locker room! Locker room! Suck it!
No, but yeah, no, that was a tight game when it comes to Russia. Russia, they came in second in their side there, and we knew that as soon as Russia played someone tough, it was going to show Russia's true self.
But they're the host team.
But they are the host team, and it's
working.
Went, and it was 1-1 tie. Went through extra time, and it went through extra time. Still 1-1, and then what?
No.
What Cheeks'
penalties.
His
Change
favorite
it
thing in the world. So I went to penalty shootouts.
That's not a team thing.
And the host team, Russia,
got the lucky
advance to quarterfinals. And I tell you, that nation went berserk.
They are going crazy. Watching the scenes in Russia.
Absolutely nuts.
National pride.
Absolutely. And I give it to them. That was great. Fantastic. Good for you, Russia. Because Spain was not their normal selves, and I'm glad you guys took advantage of that. Is
this almost like a good run or record of a host team going this far?
No.
Really?
France went all the way. No. They won it when they hosted. Yeah, no, there's been other teams, right? Okay, so then next one in that division there, we had Croatia versus Denmark, which was just completely...
intense game.
Yeah, but kind of boring too. You know what happened was Croatia loves to play a fast game, and they're a fast team, and they love moving the ball fast. And Denmark was very smart, very smart in this situation, where they slowed the game down to throw Croatia off their game. And once they did that, Croatia was kind of
I just thought
running
Croatia
around like
was
chicken with no heads.
I thought Croatia was going to win that. They
Everybody
looked like
did.
they had the energy, and Denmark was laid back too much.
Absolutely. But then it looked like both teams were afraid to lose. And they weren't pushing as they wanted to do so. And then you had, it was tied. Well, first of all, let's just say Denmark scored the second fastest goal in World Cup history from a throw-in. Yeah. And they scored it was 58 seconds. And then literally a minute 28 or something like that. After that, Croatia scored. So now... between these two teams, they scored the two fastest goals in World Cup history under 3 minutes. That's nuts.
If you weren't paying attention, you would have missed those goals. And we were at a bar, St. Louis, with Sega Beach. He was with Sega Beach. My dad literally took a phone call from his brother. And he's put his head down, and I go, "Oh, they just scored!" He's like, "Oh my God, I'm on the phone!" Yeah. And next thing you know, another goal.
2 goals done in 3 minutes, under 3 minutes. And basically, no more goals through regular time. No more goals through extra time.
They're crazy.
And not just that, before it went to extra time, we had a penalty kick with just a minute or something left. We had a
He's going to shoot. He's going to score. The game's over.
We thought the game was over. He was tired. He was so tired.
Joey says he's tired.
I say he was tired.
Come on, Powerade.
I was kind of shocked. It was a light kick.
It's only a little kick. Pounded in the net.
Obviously, he didn't score, so they went to extra time. Then they went to shootouts, his favorite thing. I have to give...
Heart Attack Central, that penalty shootout. Back and forth.
I have to give it to the goalies, though. The goalies were fantastic. When it came to this, I did not think the Croatian goalie was going to come and show himself, present himself, but he did. He stood his ground. He did. But I knew the Denmark goalie was fantastic, and this goalie was so good.
7 feet tall.
I thought for sure they were gonna win 100%. And went to the penalty kicks. Goalie saves it. Goalie saves it. They score. Goalie saves it. Goalie saves it. They score. It was nuts.
You were saying that the Modric was tired, right? Maybe they were tired at the penalty shootout.
Yeah, I think they all were.
Yeah, because I kept telling Joey, pound it in the top corner as hard as you can. You'll never save it. They kept shooting it in the corner low, and the goalie saved them.
And not just that. Sometimes they went straight. Did you see that? They went straight down the middle. Goalie. I love the one kick where the goalie kind of yelled at the referee because the Croatian player went to kick, but he didn't stop, so he was still in the motion, and he just goalie already dove to the one side, and he just went through with this kick nice and slow into the corner.
Is that allowed?
It's legal. He didn't stop his motion. His motion was still going. He watched which way the goalie dove, and the goalie made his move first. And he didn't stop his motion, so it was purely legal.
We should rewind that just to see if he slowed down enough.
Unreal. That was a fantastic goal. And then the winner was Rakitic. He scored our winning goal, and Croatia.
And of course, Joey's happy.
Of course. So the
Croatian colors on again.
That's right. So for the first quarters right there, we have Russia, Croatia for the next ones. That one is July 7th. And the other side is July 6th. So, and then we have the next one. Sweden versus Switzerland was this morning. I watched that game. I thought Switzerland
was going to win.
I thought Switzerland was dominating that whole game. I was crazy. Again, this team is very good, okay? And Sweden's a very good team. Very good team, too. And then they had an own goal.
What's with the own goals? We're talking about own goals. It's a lot happening, these own goals.
A lot of own goals.
They're just lucky that they won.
Oh, man. Are they ever? Sweden was very, very lucky because Switzerland was really pushing it. And I'm telling you, Switzerland, oh, my God. I felt so bad for Switzerland. Switzerland, there's one guy. I mean, they shouldn't have lost. I loved Switzerland.
It was only 1-0, so really nobody really went crazy.
Yeah, no, it was.
So when
it
you
was
win,
1-0.
when you only lose by 1 and you didn't even score, you got to feel bad because hey, you didn't shoot one.
Yeah, and it didn't even go like to at least shootouts or extra time.
Yeah.
If it went to extra time, I bet you Sweden would have lost. So, anyways, that's that one. Sweden advanced. Next one, Colombia, England. You know what? I was
England
rooting
all
for
the way.
England. I know someone else was rooting for Colombia, and it was a little bit of mixed back and forth between me and that certain person.
Well, Colombia, we thought I picked Colombia and England in that group, but Colombia I thought had that crazy power, and they were the big underdog. They had a good team. They got far, but England's got a good team too. Right? And we always thought England was the dominant of those two, wasn't it?
Well, no, well, they weren't in the same group though.
No, but
Colombia and Japan.
I'm happy for Colombia getting that far. They did well. They did good in the beginning, even after the red card from the first game.
You actually picked Japan and Poland, not Colombia.
Oh. Well, Colombia, I thought was the underdog team to go through.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought Colombia was the underdog.
Well, they were. Remember the first game, the red card,
Well, but that's
and they
okay.
lost.
Yeah, that's because they were down a man. And
Yeah,
Japan
but
was
they
a very
did
good
good,
team.
and then they won the next two.
Yeah, and don't underestimate Japan. Japan was very strong, very
Yeah,
very
they
strong.
were strong.
So I thought Colombia was going to win this one too, myself. Even though I was rooting for England, I thought Colombia was going to win, and they were really powerhousing it, and it almost looked like one of the referees were Canadian, and two of the referees were Americans.
Wow.
And then we had review people from South America. So in that situation, I thought the review people might have pulled a little bit more towards Colombia, but
Maybe 2026.
I don't know. But you know what? England, Kane, the man again. He scored again. So Mr. Kane there. Harry Kane's got 6 goals. Leader of the Golden Boot, baby.
They're going forward. England's got a good group.
Yeah, well, they got good defense. They were playing a very well defensive.
Fresh new team.
Yeah, they're defensively playing against Colombia, so they advanced. Colombia advanced, but not very easy. They went to his favorite again. Shootouts.
Damn shootouts.
And you know, I loved it. I loved it. It was the shootouts. Just your stomach just is in a knot when you want a team to win. You know, it was great.
And it happens so quick too. The shootouts. It's like they're getting ready and they're just going right to their slaughterhouse that they're gonna lose. It's like they're all depressed, going, no.
So when the winning goal happens, that one poor person who scores the winning goal is just mobbed by his entire team, his coaches, everybody, you know, and then you feel bad for the opposing team.
Now, if you had to do a penalty shootout, would you want to shoot first or last?
The advantage goes to the first person because there's more pressure on the second.
Okay, so
They always say that, yeah.
Yeah. So what I'd say if you shot the first one,
Yeah.
and you missed it, and you don't have to feel so bad. It's because if the last guy screws up,
That's right.
they don't even know you anymore.
That's a good way of thinking
if
of
you
it.
shoot it and you score, and then the last guy scores as well, still gets all the glory.
There you go. That's
So
it.
I'm shooting first.
Yeah,
I would want the last one.
The
and then
odds of shooting first is usually the person who wins. But in this World Cup, that was not the case for a lot of them. So, you know, it doesn't make it that big of a difference, really. I mean, these guys are professionals. You know, I think there was one Colombian who hit the crossbar, and which costed Colombia pretty much the game. So you gotta feel bad for him. I don't think I'd want to be him going back home. That's kind of a little scary.
if I was, I would probably wouldn't even want to take the shot. I would say, "Oh, my legs just cramp bad. I gotta go to the locker room."
It's the players on the field who have to take the shots. So, so the winner of that was England. They ended up winning the shootouts. So England
We kind of thought they were
advances.
going to win, though.
So
Come on.
Sweden versus
England.
in the quarters. So on that side, who do you pick for the quarters? So you got Russia, Croatia.
Right.
Who's your favorite?
Croatia.
Right on. Okay. And for Sweden and England.
England.
England. Okay. So I'm definitely going to go for Croatia for Russia, but Russia could win too. I don't know, but I'm definitely going to root for Croatia. And the Sweden-England one, I'm picking Sweden. As much as I'd like to see England win, I really would like to see England win. I think Sweden might be a little bit more powerful, more powerhouse there. I think they have. I think they have a little bit more experience on that team than the English team, just because the English team is so young, and a lot of them, you know, haven't been to a World Cup or haven't really had this much pressure on them.
So that's the advantage.
I think so. I think the Sweden team, you know, knocking out Italy.
God, you had to say
not just that, they've knocked out a lot of big teams. You know, so they're very.
But
it just goes to show you
European had was it like 16 teams or 10 teams to qualify for World Cup? So it was a tough time.
Oh, absolutely. So, you know, so I pick Sweden over England. He picks England over Sweden, and we both pick Croatia. So that's what happened right now. I'm gonna pick a team to go to the finals. He's gonna pick a team to go to the finals, and we're gonna see who actually goes to the next. So going to the finals, who do you say is gonna go to the finals?
Belgium for one of them.
Wow. So okay, Belgium is going to the finals. So you say Belgium is gonna beat Uruguay.
Yes.
Okay. So Belgium on that one side, and who's gonna be on the other side?
I'm gonna go with Croatia.
Yeah, okay.
They've been my team I've been cheering for Joey, and I think that they've been playing great together. And forget the last game.
Yeah, put that aside.
I think they want to go to the final.
I think they do, because the highest they've been here before, and they lost in the semifinals, so they have to play for third and fourth place.
It's not the stars going to make it to the final game. Really, the team has to come together. They're playing like a team together.
It's the team that makes it, right? So I say Uruguay, or sorry, I'm gonna say Uruguay versus Croatia for the final for the World Cup, and to win, I'm gonna pick Croatia all the way. This one, and then for third place, who are you gonna pick for third and fourth?
Oh. Did we really care who's third and fourth?
Well, technically you picked Uruguay, right? So basically it has to be between Belgium and you picked Croatia there. So between Belgium and England.
England.
So you're picking England in third and Belgium in fourth. And I'm going to go the same way, I think. No, actually I picked Belgium in third and England in fourth.
Right. Okay. And so the number one for who's going to win it all?
Croatia.
It's Croatia with me too. Let's go, Croatia!
Let's go, Croatia! All right, you know what? You guys have a good time. I mean, Croatia's got a good chance this year.
They do. They're going to rock it on the field.
I hope so. And you know what? Croatia has a luckier chance this year because they're on the side that they actually can make it to the finals. And when it comes down to the final game, anything can happen. Yeah. Anything can happen. It's like slates are wiped clean. And, you know, by the time they get to the final game, yellow cards play a big factor. There's been a few players that have a yellow card. By the time they get to the finals, who knows?
Maybe I'm hoping Croatia wears those colors.
Yeah, you
because
know what,
they're the lucky colors, I think.
You know, but
the black one just didn't work out.
The black and blue with blue socks was Croatia's thing against Argentina. When they did that, the black and blue with the red shorts and the red socks versus Denmark, I didn't feel that. I didn't feel lucky. I don't know who gets to pick the jerseys. Honestly, I would love to see them wear this.
Red and white. For once. Then you know it's Croatia with the checkers.
I've never seen the black and blue. I've never seen black and blue checkers ever. So this is the first year for me to see that. But I'd love to see them wear this for at least for one game.
So I didn't have to wear the hat, right? Because Mexico lost, but you have to drink because Croatia won. Remember you said you were going to drink that weird liqueur?
Oh,
Wasn't that true?
Yeah,
You said
the plum brandy.
If they win, you were gonna drink it.
Yeah, if they get to the semifinals, right? But that's
Oh, it was a
they're-
semi
yeah,
now.
the semifinals. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The quarterfinals.
So
They're in
what-
the quarterfinals
So
right
what
now.
does that mean for me? I don't have to do anything. You said
No,
I don't have to wear that sombrero.
No, you're gonna have to just wait until the semifinals. So when we come back, we'll bring the Schlierwitzer and we'll bring the sombrero. We'll have to do some crazy things here.
Oh yeah,
So-
yeah. I'm out of the cuppa. Oh my god.
All right, so that's our predictions. That's our up-to-date thing that we have here. So when we come back from our vacation, we'll do the finals of the World Cups soccer 2018 in Russia. I'm Joey Lale Jr.
And I'm Cheeks.
And we're the good guys, and thanks for tuning in. We'll see you guys after our holidays. Enjoy, everybody, and enjoy World Cup soccer. Let's go, Croatia! I think it's coming together. Oh, what a save! Oh, I saved the pig. Watch this. Ready? Watch this one. Oh, goal! Goal! Hair bomb! Goal!
Afros everywhere.
Goal! I lost my hair! Croatia, baby, Croatia.
You're gonna paint your car checkered?
I know everybody out there thinks that I'm human once again, but I'm not. I am an alien. Just see, I'm an alien. Go Croatia! Go Croatia! Go Croatia! Woohoo! Bye bye. Hey, I'm back. Go Croatia!